football fans, it's a football wife coming back to you with another video. I hope you all enjoyed the first weekend of the NFL playoffs, wildcard weekend. It was a great weekend with 4 games total, 2 in the AFC and 2 in the NFC. Seeds 3, 4, 5, and 6 in each division played, while the seeds number 1 and 2 were off. Remember, they're probably at the beach. That means that there are now 8 teams left in the playoffs. We started with 12, 4 were eliminated this weekend, and 8 are left to go on. Getting a little confusing? No worries, I still have those visuals from last time. Alright, remember those visuals from last time? Let's utilize those to figure out what happened this weekend. So here we have the AFC picture. The Texans and the Bengals played. The Bengals lost. The Broncos and the Steelers played. The Steelers lost. Remember, the Patriots and Ravens had a bye this weekend. So this means for next weekend, the Broncos are going to New England to play the Patriots, and the Texans are going to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Got it? Great. Now let's talk about the NFC. In the NFC, the Lions and the Saints played in New Orleans. The Lions lost. The Falcons and the Giants played in New York. The Falcons lost. So the Giants are going to Green Bay to play the Packers, and the Saints are traveling to San Francisco to play the 49ers. One thing to note, all 4 home teams won their games this weekend. People often talk about home field advantage being important, especially in the playoffs, because the players get to play in their own environment, they have their fans cheering for them, they don't have to mess up their routine, just like a regular season game. So far that's proving true. We'll have to see how it goes for the rest of the playoffs. One of the most notable things to happen this weekend was the overtime game between the Steelers and the Broncos. Through 2010 and still now during the regular season, overtime is sudden death. That means if the first team that gets possession goes down the field and scores a field goal, the game is over. However, with the new overtime rules, if the first team to get the ball scores a field goal, the other team gets a chance to score, meaning they get the ball back too. In 2010, there were no overtime playoff games, so even though they had the new rule, no one got a chance to see it because there were no overtime games. However, today, in the Broncos-Steelers game, it went to overtime and the new rule was in effect. But the Broncos scored a touchdown on their first possession, so no one actually really got to see the rule in action during the game. Another story that's sure to get a lot of buzz this week is the Saints. They are really looking good right now. And it's not just because they're really cute quarterback Drew Brees. The Saints are rolling over teams right into the playoffs. They dominated the Lions this weekend, and what's even more amazing is they didn't punt once during the entire game. This rarely ever happens, so it'll be interesting to see if they can carry this dominance through the next round of the playoffs. However, their high-powered offense is going to run into the San Francisco defense that's been playing great all year, so it's going to be interesting to see this matchup next Saturday in San Francisco. Well, I had to throw this one in there because who doesn't love a story about an underdog? Do you like to root for the little guy, the team that doesn't get much love and respect? Well, then the Texans are going to be the team for you throughout the playoffs. Remember how we talked about this is the Texans' first run in the playoff ever in the history of their team? Well, what's even more amazing is that they've done it without their starting quarterback, backup quarterback, and best defensive player. All 3 players are injured. Plus, their best wide receiver has been in and out this season with an injury, and they're still winning. Pretty amazing. And finally, another topic that's sure to get a lot of coverage this week is the New York Giants and their concussion woes. Yes, they beat the Falcons, but in the process, corner Aaron Ross and special teamer DJ Ware both suffered concussions. This is really notable because of the NFL's concussion policy. If a player suffers a concussion during the game, he has to leave the game. Then, in the week following the game, he can't practice or even play until he passes a series of concussion tests by team doctors. So it'll be interesting to follow how these players do this week to see when they can return to practice and even if they'll be able to play in the game this week. Well, I hope you enjoyed this wild card weekend of playoffs. I know I sure did. Check back on my channel on Wednesday and I'll be uploading a video with some football basics, and then later in the week I'll be doing a preview for the divisional round next weekend. If you'd like, you can subscribe to my channel and you'll receive an email alert every time I upload a new video. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.